want this party started right. Let's start it quickly. We are setting it off with an amazing woman who has done incredible things, has a strong testimony, and is changing the world. I am so grateful. I'm honored. I'm appreciative to have my sister and friend, Alexis, in the building.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's my party. I can cry if I want to. Thank you for coming to the party.
I'm honored.
No, so I can't have a party without a celebration. And I want to pause just to celebrate the woman you are becoming.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have a front row seat
Thank you.
to see you evolve and move through. Everybody loves a butterfly. Nobody appreciates the cocoon.
If you don't shut
What it takes to fight through to get your wings. I want to take a moment and apologize on behalf of the Christian community who really have not been the most affirming and loving as you're trying to shift into who God is calling you to be. When you weren't in that space,
oh God. Now she's fucking crying.
you didn't have to deal with this level of criticism. This is trying to walk right has been a journey.
Sorry, I'm crying so early.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I want to, if you can, just talk about the weight of transformation. Yeah, it's okay. Take your time.
Well, I'm not trying to ruin my makeup that fast.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Let me get my thoughts together.
Yeah.
What? Can you repeat that?
Yeah. How heavy has it been for people trying to critique? Is this real? Is this for show?
It was never fake. My encounter with God was real.
A few moments later.
Okay, well, I have to change who I am in order for this person to accept me.
Yeah.
And I was more so focused on that versus my walk with God. I was doing it more for what that person wanted, you know?
So in other words, in essence, you were faking a religion. You were faking your religion and your closeness with God and relationship with God just so you could appease a man. So you could...
I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I change my image on Instagram or I change how I am, then I'll be his wife or I'll do this. So it was more so like, okay, Alexis, are you ready for this? But I really wasn't ready, you know? And it's not saying that I wasn't ready to walk with God. It's just I wasn't doing it the right way. I was still doing it for somebody else. And so it just happened overnight. So next thing you know, I'm on the internet telling the world, like, I stopped doing this, I stopped doing that, I stopped doing that, but this is who Alexis really was, you know? And I was changing myself for somebody else and not for me. And that person had a major impact, and I don't regret it because that was what was supposed to happen. But just coming from, you know, I used to dance. I've been in trafficking, and just the lifestyle that I came from, that's all I know. So people can't fault me for being on the internet, showing this or doing this or having an OnlyFans or doing that, because that's all I was taught. I never went to college. I don't know what it's like to have a degree. So my life is make fast money.
I'm sorry. I can't help but call complete bullshit.
That's all I know.
On that. She said people can't fault her for basically being a whore online for OnlyFans, being a stripper in the club, because it's the only thing that she knew. You know, I wish that we could be more honest with ourselves, and then maybe we could stop trying to bullshit everybody else if we were just more open and honest with our own individual selves. When Alexis Skyy looks in the mirror, what she sees is a woman that had no other choice but to bust it wide open on OnlyFans. Huh? Let me guess. You weren't smart enough. You needed someone to tell you that being a sex worker was wrong, or that it probably got in the way of self-respect and decency. You needed somebody to tell you that? Or is it more likely that you were attention crazed, you love the attention, you love the fast money, you love niggas coming in the clubs and throwing and in your inbox on OnlyFans throwing money at you. You love the money, the fast money. You loved it. You still love it. Because guess what? Alexis Skyy, never mind. We'll get there. Come on, let's finish.
You know, so that's all I know how to go back to. And even during my journey, it was almost like, okay, I'm here. I started thinking of other ways I can make money in the right way. So I came out with a journal, and they were saying I'm profiting from God. And I'm like, this doesn't make no sense.
Right.
How am I profiting from God when I just gave up thousands of dollars I was making per month, hundreds of thousands, to literally surrender to Him? And, you know, as each day got on, I'm like, okay, whether I was doing this for this man, I actually was like getting closer and closer. So even though I was doing it for Him, I was getting closer to God, and everything was starting to like make sense to me. I started understanding like this is who I'm supposed to be. I have a calling on my life to help women like me. Help women that come from battered situations or that are in a nightlife that think that they're not worthy enough to be this. This is what God wants me to be, a vessel to these women. But it's not helping when I have 5.6 million followers attacking me. Everything I do, it's like, oh, this is not godly enough, or you're not a Christian. So I'm like, okay, this is like not making no sense. I might as well go back to doing what I was doing because do y'all like me doing this or not? So at this point, it just became a confusion. Like, nothing was good enough for the internet. Nothing was good enough for him. He ended up leaving me in the midst of me.
He ended up leaving. Shocking. Did you hear what she just said? Nothing. Nobody was accepting it. Nobody liked what I was doing. Everybody was calling me. So again, you were doing all of this for other people and not for the right. You know, let's do it. Oh, what's this? Not the woman of God. Not the woman that was sent here to lead other women and be a testimony for them. Not the woman that was supposed to be an example. That was supposed to lead the women out of the darkness and away from the harlot. Not her with a OnlyFans link still attached to her Instagram page. Huh? Oh, let me guess. You still don't know no better? Right? Is that it? You still don't know? Was that what we're going with? And Pastor Jamal just sitting there. Pastor Jamal Bryant just sitting there with his goofy ass, allowing her to talk and talk and talk and talk, giving this woman a platform to speak on to women when she has an active OnlyFans right now that's still up. Y'all don't believe me. All right. What that say? Say she available now. Goes by Anastasia. Limited time offer. Free trial for 7 days, y'all. Still up. This was December 3rd of 2024. Turning it all the way up on here for y'all. Tip $200 for lifetime VIP, which gets you access to all my attention, priority messaging, custom requests, and more. Oh wait, this is from February 17th of this year. Hold on. If you aren't following Libra, you're missing out. The baddest bitch on here. She just dropped a new XXX tape. This is the woman that y'all talking about. This is the same woman in this video that we talking about? Is this the same one? They're talking about she turned her life over to God. She's changed. She's renewed. And Jamal Bryant, again, with his goofy non-Christian ass, is sitting there. The worst, probably the worst. He needs the worst pastor of the fucking century award. He right up there next to Creflo Dollar and all them other fucking scam artists that just be out here just using God to get money. It's really crazy how it works, and it's really crazy how they get away with it too. But this right here is a prime. What more do y'all need? That was February 17th. The woman of God. Okay. Let's continue.
Be changing. And I'm like, you promised to stay here and have my back financially because you know I'm giving up everything. Right. And he let me. So I'm like, it was more so I was like in fear. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to continue to live this lifestyle that I was living? You know?
What am I going to do now that I'm not doing sex work anymore is what she asked. I don't know. You could start by going to get a fucking job like every other working woman does, but that's not good enough for Alexis Skyy. See, you catch the key words that she said right there? I wanted to continue living the life that I had, meaning she was still wrapped up in money, which is unlike God. Still wrapped up in money, still focusing all of her attention on the lifestyle that she was living. She does not want to give that up. It don't matter who it's for. She didn't want to give it up for God, and she thought that this man basically was going to foot the bill to continue for her to live this lifestyle, and she could turn away from OnlyFans. That's what happened here. But Buddy Boy was like, what, you fucking great? No. You want me to fund your lifestyle while you sit on your ass and you think I'm supposed to do it because I agreed to enter into a covenant with you? You wanted to step away. I thought you wanted to step away from OnlyFans for yourself. But turns out you just wanted to do it because you wanted some dick that you could be attached to that would pay for your lifestyle and basically foot the bill for you to wear all the expensive clothes and still have the expensive jewelry and expensive cars and the mansion. Right? Got it.
You know, and I was more so living in fear, not having faith in God. Wow. And I didn't know what faith was, because if I had the faith, I would have continued to my journey, you know. So
Jamal
that was
Bryant's
about
a fucking idiot.
2 years ago now.
Yep.
And within those 2 years, there's just been so many different like transitions for me. You know, 2024, nobody could pay me to do it again. Yeah. But that's when I think, you know, God just wiped me clean.
Wiped clean.
And it just was like, listen, you want to keep going back? You want to keep doing this? I'm going to show you.
Yeah, the public transformation of revival that's taking place is not in a corner. It's happening in broad daylight in front of the world. The same kind of pushback happened with Justin Bieber. Same kind of pushback happened with Black China. And I'm trying to figure out how the church is the only army that kills its own soldiers.
I don't know, and it made me stop even going to church. You know, I stopped.
Wow.
I stopped going to church. I feel like the devil was pulling me back because that's where he wants me to be, but it's like the force keeps pushing me to go more like to what I'm supposed to be, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people make, because you're a public figure, 5 million followers is amazing. And people create their own narratives. Your mom is a healthcare professional?
Yes.
She's a doctor, surgeon, pediatrician, something.
She deals with ultrasound and babies and stuff like that.
Yes. So tell me.
All right. I can't do anymore. I think at the end of the day, what we've learned is that Alexis Skyy is a fucking liar. She said that she didn't have any examples. She didn't, all that stripping, showing her ass and titties on social media was all that she knew. Yet she just spouted out all these different degrees in this career path that her mom took. She goes on to further say that, her grandmother also, like, she had stand-up women like around her, like the matriarchs of her family were women that worked hard, accelerated, had careers. She had every example of what not to do and what to do in her life, but she ignored them because she wanted to show her ass for clout, and she wanted the fast money. She didn't want to work hard. She didn't want to go to school. She didn't want to earn a degree. She didn't want to do any of the things that her mother actually had to work hard for to obtain. She wanted the easy life. She wanted to get out here, create a social media following. She still hasn't turned down her page. She still hasn't turned it off. She's still connected to OnlyFans. Y'all saw the recent post as recently as February 17th, where she's shouting out another OnlyFans model, but yet she's sitting here talking about how much she's changed and how she's for God. Yo, the way that y'all play with God is just so amazing to me, because y'all think that there's nothing going to come from it. Like, y'all still think that God has your back in this, even in your bullshit and your mess. And it's amazing to see it all play out in real time. The shit that y'all think that God be for, that God be having y'all back on, is insanity. Anyway, drop a comment down below if you feel so inclined to do so. And I've seen enough of these two idiots. Jamal Bryant has no shame whatsoever. He's willing to go off on a tangent about what we should start doing with Target and Walmart and going on a 40-day fast and strike for them, right? Yet he's sitting right in front of a literal corn star, OnlyFans model, who shows her ass and titties for money, who literally delves into sin for a lifestyle and career, and he says nothing in the way of correction to this woman. This is the age, this is the day, and this is the kind of the pastors that we are living with today. This is who is leading these congregations, and they actually have hundreds to thousands of people showing up at their church, calling them pastor, and literally willing to throw themselves at the feet of these people so that they can be led by them. You ever want to know what a cult looks like? Just go to a black church. Drop a comment. Later.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?